Hi guys, welcome back to Charmaine's Kitchen. A pleasant good evening to each and every one of you. Hope all is doing well. This is February and you know what that means? We don't have a long time more before this cold weather is over. Hopefully it's gonna end early and we're gonna have early spring. So today I'm gonna be making a pigeon peas cook-up. I didn't make this for a very long time, but I'm gonna make it a little bit different. My husband loves pigeon peas, so I'm gonna make a pigeon peas cook-up with some vegetables, and I'm gonna make some shrimp cake and a mouth-watering salsa to go with this. So stick around and let us make this together. There is the brown pigeon peas, which is the harder one, and there is the green pigeon peas, which is the younger one. Today I'm gonna use the green pigeon peas. It takes no time at all to cook and it's very flavorful. So let's get started. And for my cook-up rice or anything to do with coconut milk, I like to use fresh one. So I have two. You guys hear that? That's how we buy our coconut. When you can hear water shaking in there, most of the time we will get good ones. I'm gonna break these and let my husband help me to blend them up. And I will add fresh coconut milk to mine. I might add 1.5, and the other half we like to eat. Coconut is very good for us and so rich and so nutritious. Let me know in the comment if you guys also like to eat fresh coconut when you break them from the shell. So the coconut is nice and fresh. I have my green pigeon peas here. These are frozen. So I have all my ingredients chopped up for this pigeon peas cook-up. I have this big large purple onion, green onions, hot pepper. I have some garlic I'm gonna grate in there. I already chopped up half of a mini pumpkin or butternut squash. Here is my pigeon peas. I have some carrots, and I wash and finely chop my BOK Choy. Any spinach can work for this, or if you don't like some of the vegetables that I'm using, you can use any vegetable of your choice. I have some parboiled rice here. I'm gonna wash this and let's put this pot together. So we're gonna add our onions in here, and you guys know I like to add and leave back a little bit just to add at halfway in or just before it's done. We're gonna fry up our onions for about 1.5 minutes or 2. Add the rice. Make sure you wash the rice thoroughly before adding it to the pot. This is where I like to go in and add some black pepper. And for cook-up, I like to add a good portion. Let's add salt. And believe it or not, today I don't have fresh thyme. I'm never out of fresh thyme. I'm gonna add some dry thyme. This is where the dry thyme come in. I always keep dry thyme handy just in case I don't have fresh thyme. I can always go to plan B. So we're gonna mix up our black pepper, thyme, salt, onion, and the rice. And I'm making a little bit just so I don't have a lot left back. So mix up all that, and then I'm gonna go in and add my pigeon peas. Green pigeon peas. If you never had pigeon peas cook-up before, give it a try. It's really nice and really delicious. And this is a close-up of how the pigeon peas is looking in the pot. This is pigeon peas equivalent to the rice, and that's how I like it. We're gonna add our pumpkin and carrots in here, and then as the pot is cooking, we're gonna layer it with different flavors. Add in the pumpkin now. Pumpkin really adds a nice sweetness and a beautiful color, as well as the carrots. we're gonna mix this. And I love, you guys know how much I love when the food have color. Today I'm not gonna be adding any color in here. I'm gonna let the vegetable, the pigeon peas, and the seasoning do the work for me. When I'm making pigeon peas cook up, I don't add any cashew or Chinese sauce in there. So I'm gonna fry this up a little bit, and then we're gonna add our coconut milk. So I'm gonna add some of my green onions and hot pepper in here. I'm gonna leave some to add when the food is almost done. And this is gonna have some nice spicy flavor. I add one large pepper and a little piece more in there. I like when it is spicy. It is looking so good. So I'm gonna add my freshly blended coconut milk in here. I'm gonna squeeze out all that's left in here, and you can blend it like a second time to get out all the milkiness. And that's what I'm gonna do. Our pigeon peas cook up is looking very colorful. While my pigeon peas cook up is on the stove, I have some wild Argentina shrimp. I'm gonna make some shrimp cake to go with our cook up rice. So let's get started with our shrimp cake. These shrimp are clean and deveined. All I have to do is really wash it out nicely with some lime and get started with all my ingredients. So I just washed the shrimp and I paper towel dry them. These are some nice big shrimp. And I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to prepare a shrimp cake. My mom used to make all kinds of recipe with shrimp, shrimp choka, shrimp cake, shrimp curry, fried shrimp, butter shrimp, all kinds of shrimp recipes. And I love shrimp, my kids love shrimp, so let's make some shrimp cake tonight. For the shrimp cake, I have a head of green onion, half of a hot pepper, quarter of a purple onion, a head of cilantro. I'm gonna add some salt and black pepper in there. Shrimp doesn't need a lot. It's very tender and it can be delicious with just a little bit of salt and black pepper. I'm gonna quickly chop up my ingredients and put it in the food processor. And this takes no time at all. You can also finely chop your ingredients and finely chop the shrimp. It'll take a little bit more time, but this is a faster way to do it. So this is the texture we're looking for, nice and chunky. And since I already blended up the ingredients, I'm gonna go ahead now and add my shrimp in there. And we're gonna roughly chop the shrimp as well. So we're gonna empty this back into a bowl. And the shrimp is nicely crushed along with that ingredients. I'm going to show you guys close up in a minute. And it smells good. I just have to add some salt in there. You can add all the seasoning you want to any dish, but if you don't add salt, then the flavor don't always be right. Look at that. The color, the texture, everything is beautiful. Let me finish mixing it up and we shall be frying soon. So my cook up is looking good. I like the color. I'm gonna go in and add the rest of my fresh ingredients that I kept back to add towards the end. And I'm gonna go in with some cook up seasoning, even though this is optional. I just want to add a little bit because if I don't, I will feel like I didn't make cook up. And be mindful when you're adding it. If you already have too much salt in there, this have some additional salt. And what I like to do at this point is to go in with a clove of garlic and grate it right on top here, and then I'll cover it down, let it cook on medium to low heat until it's done. So there you go. We're gonna cover it down and leave it, and then we will finish off with our shrimp cake. So into the shrimp mixture, we're gonna add salt, a little bit, we don't want to overpower, black pepper, just about 1/4 of a teaspoon because I added half hot pepper. And we're gonna add a clove of garlic in here. I like to grate the garlic because it's gonna distribute nicely into the shrimp and you won't even know garlic is in there. We're gonna mix in our ingredients nicely. You can go in with your hands, and you guys know I will eventually because I want everything to distribute nicely. Because I don't like the plain color of the mixture, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Sazon. This is gonna add color and it's gonna add flavor as well, because a little bit goes a long way. Just like that, maybe about 1/4 of a teaspoon. So mix in your Sazon well. This is optional. I just like to eat with colors and it is looking different. If you don't like the Sazon, maybe a drop of turmeric powder will work nice in there, and it should look beautiful in the eyes as well. It's time for me to add my BOK Choy in here so they can steam cook. I don't want it to cook too much. This is almost done. So I added 1 egg in here. I'm gonna mix it in well until everything is combined nicely, and this is gonna hold our shrimp cake nicely together. It's working as a binder. And this is the perfect texture I'm looking for. Everything is well and incorporate. We're gonna start the frying process. I have my coconut oil warming up on the stove. As soon as this is hot, we're gonna start frying. And the cook up rice is nicely done. As you can see, it is beautiful with all the colors, steaming hot. I'm waiting for my fish cake, and then we're gonna serve up with another little surprise on the side. So we're gonna take our mixture with a nice tablespoon and we're gonna add it to our oil. We're not using a lot of oil, and then you can make it as big or as small as you wish. I'm gonna make some small ones because they're easy to just grab and bite. And trust me, these are really, really delicious. Once you try them one time, you're gonna want to make them all the time. And they're so simple to make, as you guys see how I did them. Very simple. Shrimp cook very fast. So if you're running late one day and you want to make something quick, this is an absolute go-to thing to do. So I'm gonna fry about 4. I'm gonna let it cook properly on one side until it brown up nicely. Did 3. They're looking nice and beautiful. Time to flip these babies. And if they're now ready to flip, just leave them to fry a bit more. And then they're gonna start loosening off from the bottom of the pan on its own when it's ready. So we're gonna make a nice mouth-watering chutney to go with our pigeon peas cook-up. I have 1 mango, a cucumber, 2 pieces of pineapple, some cilantro, purple onion, hot pepper, and some lime juice. I'm gonna put all this in my food processor and then finely chop it into a nice texture and we're gonna start serving up soon. This is just absolutely delicious to go with any cook-up rice, any kind of khichdi or food like that. My mouth is already watering, so let's go, guys. So I'm gonna add my pineapple, cucumber, and mango is already in there, and I'm gonna chop my cilantro and add it in here as well. So we're gonna chop up our pepper and onion and add it to the food processor. I'm gonna add our lime juice. This is gonna open up all the flavor for the pineapple, the mango, cucumber, and everything that we have in here. I'm gonna add my salt to taste. And we're gonna mix this up. And it's time for me to serve up. Are you guys excited? I am really excited. These are all my favorites. So my friend, this is my plate here. My pigeon peas cook up. Look how nice that is. Pigeon peas is everywhere. My shrimp cake, nicely done. Golden brown, and my mango, pineapple, and cucumber chutney. I'm gonna dive in and let you guys know how it tastes. And here it is. Time to dig in. Very colorful plate and a flavorful one. So I'm gonna taste the pigeon peas. Rice is still very, very hot. Thank you, Lord, for this meal. Bless it and help it to be nutritious for my body. Cleanse it and sanctify it, and bless those who don't have. On its own, this is a really rich meal, and there's sweetness from the pumpkin, sweetness from the carrot. The pigeon peas have a nice texture in there. You can taste that fresh coconut milk, and the BOK Choy still have a texture in there. And this mouthful with this nice chutney goes to you guys. I know it's gonna be spicy because the rice is already a little bit spicy, with that spiciness from the pepper. Wow. You guys know that chutney pair up well with this kind of food, and with the pineapple, cucumber, red onion, cilantro. Wow, I can have it just on its own like that. So satisfying. For all my vegetarian friends, you can have this meal just as it is, like this, with the mango and pineapple chutney. And if you want to hype it up a little bit more and you're not doing a veggie day, make yourself some shrimp cake. Wow. I don't know where to eat from. This goes well with this. Wow. On its own. You can have the shrimp cake as a finger food as well. And they're so quick to make. And the combination with the shrimp cake and the rice is amazing. You can have it with that. You can have it with the chutney. This is a fully satisfying meal, full with color, flavor, texture, and so delicious. I'm gonna sit down, take my time, and enjoy it. And I have lime juice to add to the shrimp. I hope I inspire you to make some pigeon peas cook up and some shrimp cake, or make it any. You can make the shrimp cake on its own, or the pigeon peas cook up on its own, and even this chutney, and you will really enjoy yourself a good meal. Take care. God bless. Love you guys. Bye for now.